Guys, before we jump into today's session, just a quick reminder that day trading, like any other business here in the States, is risky. Risky business. Remember that a lot of people out there are losing money. A lot of people are struggling. So it's best to approach the market in a low risk way. Approach the market in a way where your exposure is limited. You can do so by using a simulator. That's where you can practice trading the live market with artificial currency, or you can use risk money that if you lose it all in the trading day in the markets, it does not affect your lifestyle. All right, it does not affect your life at all. Do not invest with retirement money, savings, life savings, the kids' college funds. Uh, these do not do that type of thing, guys. It's very, very high risk. You have to be consistent, whether you're new or somebody who's been around. All right. Remember to not copy trade me. That's the fastest way to the depths, right? Do not copy trade. You have to learn how to build the foundation for yourself. Whether it's a strategy like mine or something else out there that works and it's proven. Be sure to do what you have to do. Put in the groundwork. Work hard. Be consistent. Be disciplined. All right. So, with that being said, remember, I do not invest money for my subscribers. Be very careful about the fake accounts out there. I will never message you first. I'll never ask you for money. I'll never ask you to contact me using Telegram, WhatsApp. I will never ask you to send me money using Venmo. Be very careful. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. With that being said, let's jump into today's recap. Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you are tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel as you watch throughout the video. As you guys can see from the thumbnail, we were able to make $3,800 today. Relentless, how were you able to do it? Don't worry, guys, I got you. We'll talk about it throughout this video, and I'll also show some live trading, including my level 2 from a little earlier today. All right, so stay tuned, buckle up, and let's get to it, of course, right after this promotion. Guys, be sure to check out the #1 day trading chat room in the world, the Relentless Trading Chat Room. This is where it goes down, baby. This is where it goes down. This is where so much of my motivation and encouragement comes from. The Relentless Trading Chat Room. Guys, you can now join the chat room as a participant and be able to see all of our chats. Let's take a look at the P&L section. Let's take a look at how the Relentless Trading community was able to do today. Let's see. So, man, oh man, look at these beautiful gains. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Wrong bet, 214. Sweet, 2,800, man. Man, come on, guys, take a look at these gains, man. 500 there, 1K there, and all the orange names are the students. So pay attention to how some of these students are doing. We have Lucas 682. This is absolutely incredible. Shout out to Tim. Shout out to Tim 25. Just crazy stuff, man. Look at the beauty of what's going on here, guys. Another student, Spartan, first 1K day. Talk to us nicely, man. Guys, check out the Relentless Trading chat room, and you can be a part of this greatness. And now for just $6.99, which is honestly unheard of. So you can become a participant where you can gain access to all the chats via a read-only mode, or you can become an elite member where you'll have full access to not only the chats, but to the voice channels where it's like a phone call, right? Throughout the day, we're just hanging out in there, over 50 traders all on the floor, taking turns, calling out different stocks, different entries, having a good time. It's more than trading even. It's a lot of networking. It's a lot of live conversations. So be sure to join the Discord today, baby. We are now over 3,700 members strong. Talk to us nicely, man. So getting back to this beautiful recap, the beautiful trading that we did today. So we'll start off with some of the losers, because we always got to remain humble. Minus 132 on BGLC. And I'm a little disappointed here because I could have done better when it came to this pattern that we had for the VWAP breakout. Yesterday we spoke about this particular pattern. We're coming up below that resistance, and can we see a nice opportunity in terms of our candlestick formation and volume for a push through? And that's what we had here. High point, 87. Low point, 79. We had a higher low at 80. We held up the low here by 1 penny, and this thing ended up curling higher. So this was good, right? 79. We held up 80 right here, and over 88 it pushed up to 98. I got chopped out, not holding long enough at the low, and then buying a little higher here at 88. It pulled back to 86. Paper hands, not holding long enough again, and it going without me. Very disappointing. I also took some small losses here on the backside. So we should have been at least green 132 on this one, man. Very disappointing to not do well right there. DBGI, 10 shares on a resumption, very light volume, not much there to really talk about. FULC on the other hand, this one here, very disappointing for me. I first took a loss on the 1 minute pullback right here, trying to see if we can get a quick flag to make a new high for high day push. That did not work. Kept it tight, stopped out, bought back down here 63 with a stop at 57, and it stopped me out, and unfortunately I sold at the very low of the pullback. From 57 we got back to a high of 68 and then 72, and over time all the way to $6, man. This could have been a great trade even if I sold at 70, especially if I would have been selling up here at 6. That would have been amazing. Or even if, you know, we got back to like 80, let's say I sold early, right? Because, you know, sometimes you just never know how high they're going to go. If I sold here, anywhere would have been lovely. But, you know, sometimes you just can't capitalize, and that's okay. We keep the risks tight in that situation. Stock MULN. I traded this one after the live stream. Shout out to the beautiful Discord again. It was called out in the Discord, and you know, I ended up coming in a little late to the party. It was a little cheaper, so it wasn't hitting my scams right away. So I saw it right here in this area, you know, going sideways. And once we had the new high, this is where I really started to get involved, and you know, getting in over 66, scalping a couple cents. You know, I'm using 5,000 shares, and you know, I'm making 1 penny at a time, half of a penny sometimes. You know, 1 penny, 5,000 shares is $50. So each time this thing goes from 66 to 67, there's a penny. And of course, trying to navigate and not lose too much at the same time. So we made a couple of pennies on this thing, and that's all that really mattered here. You know, we pushed up to 72, it pulled back, ended up going down to 65. And shout out to the Discord, man. We had some really good call outs today. I didn't take any you know, I didn't take a lot of the trades that were mentioned, but you know, if something is aligning with my thought process, then I'll get involved, right? Because of course, at the end of the day, none of this is financial advice, right? It's all speculation, right? So we have to make sure we do our own due diligence when it comes to the trades. So we had some good call outs, but I didn't get involved in all of them. Ended up missing out on some opportunity, but that's okay, right? You could never capture the entire market. You know, Tesla was moving today, didn't even touch that stock. That's just to say there's opportunities that you're not going to get, right? So we got to be okay with missing trades and things like that. Now, in this area, I got active, made a couple of cents. I lost a little bit, made back. And right here was so disappointing. Consolidation, and then it's going to give a flat top breakout here, essentially. And in this range, I just could not connect, man. From 80 to 87. I should have been up like at 1K minimum. Just could not connect right here. So very disappointing, very disappointing. But that was okay. Again, you can't get everything. Moving on, VCIG. This one was beautiful. VCIG ended up going from a low of 516 to a high, guys, of 935 in two separate breakout areas. Or you can even say three. I mean, if we include the low from pre-market, we had lows all the way down here at 404. So this did over 100% on the day. So it started off at around 8 a.m. And look at this move. In 3 minutes, this thing went from 410 to a high of 690. Insane. Pulls back, and it's going sideways. And so into the open, I'm watching to see, hey, can we curl back up? Right? Can we go from a downtrend to an uptrend? And yes, we did have an uptrend. This one ended up giving an opening surge. The moment we opened up, it just surged up. It just green candles, boom. And I got involved here for $100, but was not aggressive to hold long enough for a better opportunity. Now, this is where things got very tricky. It resumes and sells off, gives back all of the gains that it just had. And I immediately switch away to a different stock because I'm like, man, this thing's finished. I blink 3 times. I look back. It's back up here at 77. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Rather, let's say 65 area. And it pushes up to 70. It dips to about 62. It holds. I had the urge and the instinct to buy. I didn't buy. And it was me being cautious because I'm like, man, I just saw this thing sell off. It's now back up this high. I don't know if I should trust going in. I don't know if I should trust going in, and I didn't. And it goes. It went from 570 up to 596 very quickly, from 75, 78, 83, then boom, 89, then about 95. And I'm like, no, I gotta buy it because it might keep going. And is that risky? Very much so. But I accept the risk. When you accept the risk in the trade, it's okay. And I know if I buy 6 and it flushes down $1 and I'm down 1K, that's what I've asked for because I took on the trade. So you have to do what you're comfortable with. And I wasn't comfortable here despite having the instinct. But once the stock just surged up so aggressively, I've seen this type of thing before and they keep surging. I remember it vividly. It ripped through 610, held 610 area, and then boom, rips up to 636. Absolutely crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. From there, we started to get a consolidation, and we eventually broke out for new highs. So break of 630 in this range, pushed up to 42, break of 650, 680, and then $7. It ended up rejecting 7. And then from there, it pulls back. And right down here, it got a little tricky, man. 50 ended up holding. We had 47. And over the high, which was 66, it ripped back up and ripped back up nicely. This was absolutely beautiful, guys. From 70, we got to high of day, which was at 02. And then from there to 27, it pulls back to a low of 7, rips to 54, pulls back to 35, rips up to 76. Absolutely incredible. And then we got to the backside. This is where things turned over and it started reversing down. And, it ended up bouncing nicely in some of the areas, some short-term bounce opportunities off these lows. And then a much bigger bounce down here after a fourth bear flag. I guess some covering and short sellers, maybe taking the gains off. And then into the afternoon. So, when I say I could have done better today, man, I could have done better. With this type of a move, we should have added another 2-3K and doubled our day. But it was so difficult to capture, man. I missed the moves by milliseconds. It's a testament to why what we're doing is so hard and difficult because, how in the world did I do so well in the first half of the day? And then the back half, front half good, back half terrible. Lost. I was at 43 at my highs. I'm at 7, so this is $600 off the haircut right off the high. So disappointing, man. And when I say milliseconds, guys, same type of candlesticks, but in some key areas it would just teleport. Like right here for this breakout, man, I was long. And the moment I sold, like 2 seconds later in this case, like 2 seconds. Sometimes I say this and it's like actually 20, 30 seconds. No, this one was like 3 seconds, 2 seconds later. This thing went. Actually, you know what? I have this footage. I have this footage at 109. Let's check this out. Is this it? I have the afternoon recording. I have it after it moved up here and it got halted. So, okay, at the very least, we can watch the resumption. So, we got a high 58. It resumes, it pulls back. I didn't go long over 50 because there's a huge seller, 75,000. Instead, can we break above the level? Can we break and hold? If not, can we hold up the low of the last? And I'm watching here, very risky trades. I tried there for the break. It's gonna go. So it's a quick gain. So I was up about 45 at the time, 44. Now I'm watching to see if we can hold 50 and rip back up again. It's not going to be the case. Trying to sell, we're gonna take a loss. So a couple of trades there, and right here I ended up trying to buy for 20. There's 23, not aggressive, could have been a little bit quicker. You can see I'm late right there, smaller size. In at 32, it immediately pulls to the low. So instead of being in at 23, I'm in 10 cents higher. I'm not as comfortable holding it here. If I'm in lower, I'll hold to like 10, but I ended up getting chopped around right there. But anyhow, again, this is how it kind of went throughout the day. A lot of stuff, man. A lot of action on this thing. Absolutely crazy price action until it started selling off at the very end. I'll post this for the students. I'll have to cut it up a little bit because the last like hour or two I left it on. My platform might have even logged out. Yeah, like the last 2 hours was just black screen. Yeah. Anyhows, so that'll do it for the recap, guys. If you're interested in learning how to trade, if you want something that's structured and organized and very low risk, be sure to check out the day trading course that I have, Merciless Markets University, where you can learn how to think and act like a profitable trader. All right. So use coupon code VEGAS for 40% off MMU Gold or MMU Silver. Gold being annually, silver being quarterly, depending on your budget or how much time you think you might need in the program. All right. So coupon code Vegas is in honor of a trip to Vegas that we're going to be taking at the end of this year in November with one lucky course member. So in order to be, entered into the raffle, you have to be a gold member. And if you want, you can submit a 15-second clip talking about your favorite edge. That will double your chances in the raffle. So be sure to check it out if you want to be a part of what we got going on. If you want to come to Vegas. And I didn't mention, but this is a trip that we're paying for. Marcella and myself will pay flight, food, and hotel for the lucky winner. So yeah, this will be pretty crazy. It's gonna be fun too. Fun is also a big part of it. So yeah, be sure to take a look at the course if you're interested. With that being said, guys, remember that day trading is risky. Stay safe, stay green. I am signing out.